Child actors who went crazy. Ever wondered where the child actors you used to see back in the day went to? If you had a favorite actor at their young age, you probably expect that they've advanced and even won a couple of acting awards by now. The truth is, that's not always the case. Some actors are still in the game and top of their careers, while others retired or quit a few years later and decided to pursue other related or different things. This post will look at the top 25 child actors who went crazy. Let's dive in. Frankie Nunez. If you watched Fox from 2000, the start of the new millennium, you might have seen Frankie Nunez on set. As a talented and enthusiastic young talent, Frankie's presence in the TV show gave the channel top ratings because many wouldn't miss seeing him act. He also won several nominations, including the Golden Globe. He featured in several shows and delivered quality performances. Some of the agents he worked for made top dollar. Well, you'll see Frankie once in a while on screen, especially in Dancing with the Stars show. His focus shifted to music and racing. Mayim Bialik. Many people know Mayim Bialik from NBC, where she appeared on Blossom, a sitcom that received massive viewership. But before that big move, Mayim had taken up some acting roles in Webster and MacGyver. The roles prepared her for the big things that happened in the industry. She was also featured on The Big Bang Theory. Despite her overall performance as a child actor from the 1980s being epic and appearing in several award categories of acting comedy series, Mayim's acting presence reduced, but you can see her regularly on Jeopardy now. Drew Barrymore. The name Barrymore is not new in the film industry. The Barrymore family has produced amazing actors, which explains why Drew Barrymore kick-started her career at a very young age. But despite inspiration from the family, Drew would put in so much work that she appeared in the E.T. movie, where she earned a top dollar at quite a young age. She appeared later in many films. Of late, Drew has focused more on film production. Some comedy films have been part of include Blended and Santa Clarita Diet. Anna Paquin. Anna Paquin is known for her role in the piano film as Flora McGrath. Having showcased an excellent performance, she got the Outstanding Academy Award. She was among the youngest actors to win an Oscar award during this time. As age caught up with Anna, she featured more on television shows. She's appeared in The Affairs, Alias Grace, and True Blood. Lately, she's been featured in The Irishman, an exciting Netflix film. Tiffany Thiessen. Those who know Tiffany will tell you that she started as a model. Even before she took modeling as a career, she developed a passion for it and ensured she remained active and showcased her best. With time, Tiffany later joined comedy TV shows as Kelly. She also played USA's White Collar. Tiffany has now capitalized on her exposure and now runs show businesses. In addition to that, she's been part of Alexa and Katie, a Netflix situation comedy that started in 2018. Christina Ricci. Christina Ricci rose to be a top adult actor pretty fast. Christina started acting in 1993, and 2 years later, she featured in Casper. 10 years later, she began taking adult roles and over-delivered. Things have, however, changed with time. If you followed Christina's work lately, you know she now does several things. For instance, she has been a voice actor for several films, including The Judas Contract and Teen Titans. Anna Schlumsky. As a child actor, Anna achieved a lot. In 1991, at only 11 years, she featured in My Girl and did terrific work. With recognition growing and her skills attracting many directors, Anna participated in other films. If you watch Gold Diggers, Trading Mom, and My Girl 2, you've seen Anna execute her role. She later paused acting to join the University of Chicago, but came back with minor roles. Her role in Veep earned her Emmy nominations in the comedy series. Jason Bateman. Those who have watched Teen Wolf 2 and The Hogan Family will easily recognize Jason Bateman as a top actor of the 80s. Many don't know that he started acting at a very young age. He was given his first role as a child actor in Silver Spoons before having a sitcom. Jason later ventured into film and television series creation. He's proudly an award winner for excellent work in musical and comedy series. Movie enthusiasts recognize him for Arrested Development and Ozark. Thora Birch. Do you know that Thora Birch won the Best Young Actress Award when she was only 6 years old? Many people who watch Thora on The Purple People Eater will find her acting talent extremely rare. Her young performance would later open doors for more significant opportunities. Thora has been featured in Parenthood, Day by Day, Patriot Games, and so on. Recently, Thora Birch hasn't been in the spotlight like before, but she has starred in some fantastic films like The Winter of Frozen Dreams. She's also invested so much time in hit shows. Dakota Fanning. If you dig deeper into the history of the SAG Awards, you'll realize that Dakota Fanning did excellent work as a young actor. She was, at some point, one of the youngest nominees. At 8 years, she showcased in the I Am Sam film that she could grow to be the best actress of all time. That didn't change because she participated in other roles that followed. However, Dakota would later take up school and acting, but graduated successfully. She later took a break, and 14 years later, she returned with The Alienist. Allison Porter. Allison Porter is among the many actors who received immense love when they started acting. The crew loved Allison, the cast, and even the audience who have watched her movies. She's known as the child actor whose stage name, Curly Sue, was a movie title. In 1989, Allison was featured in a popular sitcom, Chicken Soup. She stepped back from acting and now releases some of the best music albums thanks to her voice. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Joseph entered the acting field through television shows. He was featured on TV series like Dark Shadows and The Powers That Be. While still young, Joseph had a chance to be nominated in the Young Artist Awards category for his role in Third Rock from the Sun. With time, Joseph's commitment to acting lowered because he decided to focus more on college. Later, he came back in 2004. Since then, he's continued to grow and stand out in the now quite competitive space. Ron Howard. The Andy Griffith Show was popular in the 1960s, and if you watched it, there was a child actor by the name of Opie Taylor. He stood out in every scene he appeared. The real name of this actor is Ron Howard. He later appeared in Happy Days, which made him an award winner. Over the years, Ron has transitioned to a film director. He's directed Apollo 13, among other films. Macaulay Culkin. At the age of 4 years, Macaulay Culkin had already started working for businesses and commercial advertisements. He also dived into acting and has appeared in highly recognized films like Home Alone, Richie Rich, The Pagemaster, and Uncle Buck. Lately, Macaulay does adverts, runs a podcast, and has a website called Bunny Ears. Jonathan Lipnicki. Jonathan Lipnicki started acting at a tender age and dominated the industry when most actors seemed to find a breakthrough. You'll recall Jonathan for his role in movies during the 90s, especially in Dawson's Creek and The Jeff Foxworthy Show. His last appearance on set was in Stuart Little 2. He's now an MMA fighter. Haley Joe Osmond. Haley Joe Osmond started at a high pace in the Forrest Gump movie. This is where the audience paid attention to his acting prowess, and he gained a massive following. He would later dedicate his time to acting and get nominated for Oscar and Golden Globe Awards. Haley relaxed a bit when he went to New York University, but later returned as an actor and a video game enthusiast. Daniel Radcliffe. Many will recognize Daniel Radcliffe for his role in J.K. Rowling's novel series. He's featured in all 8 parts of the film, and he's the star that made the film worth every minute. But do you know that Daniel Radcliffe appeared in a movie in 1999? You should watch BBC One's David Copperfield film and confirm this. Daniel is currently taking mature roles in a couple of movies. Kristen Stewart. You must have seen how Kristen Stewart dedicates her prowess to the Panic Room film. This film made her to get nominated for the Best Young Artist. Before that, she had appeared in several other films at a younger age. She further went on to take a role in films like Personal Shopper and The Twilight Saga. Lately, Kristen's newfound love is in filming and directing music videos and movies. Raven Simone. Raven Simone didn't start acting the other day. She's been on screen since the 80s when she appeared in Hangin' with Mr. Cooper and The Famous Cosby Show. Armed with experience and a massive audience, Raven launched her comedy film, That's So Raven. Lately, Raven Simone has worked as a TV host and appeared in selective films. Abigail Breslin. Abigail Breslin first appeared on Signs at the age of 5. A couple of years later, she took on many roles, and one that stood out was Little Miss Sunshine. She would later get nominated for Academy Awards, not forgetting that she was the youngest nominees ever to make it in the nominations. Abigail now concentrates more on shows and albums. Soleil Moon Frye. Soleil Moon's entry into acting doesn't come easy. Thousands showed up to audition for the Punky Brewster role, where a young girl actor was needed, but only Soleil Moon got the chance. It wasn't by chance. She deserved it because she played the role pretty well. That opened doors to many opportunities, and she'd win a prestigious award later over the years. Though she's been away, Soleil is expected to return on NBC. Talison Jeffy. In the 80s, there was a comedy referred to as Mr. Mom. It featured a character, Kenny Butler, whose real name is Talison Jeffy. Talison was later featured in the film She's the Sheriff, a show that didn't complete all its seasons. Within no time, Talison went back to school and came back as a voice actor. If you've watched The Flash in Injustice 2 or The Street Fighter, the voice actor featured is Talison Jeffy. Jaleel White. Among the best sitcoms to ever appear on CBS was Family Matters. Jaleel White makes this show quite exciting with his personality and his clothes. But before that, he took several roles as a child actor. He later went on to study film, graduated with a degree, and continued to take several roles. You'll recall him for his role in Total Blackout. He's currently working on a Netflix film. Benjamin Salisbury. As a child actor, Benjamin Salisbury appeared in The Nanny, which formed the basis of his career. He later took roles in The Mighty Ducks and Bright Sheffield, which were quite popular in the 90s. Benjamin would get overwhelmed with school and pause acting, and later graduated with a degree in broadcast journalism. He now works at Universal Studios Hollywood as an operations director. Josh Peck. Josh Peck started it off 13 years ago. Once he had a chance to be featured on Drake and Josh, he did it so well that it opened doors for much bigger and better roles. The Whackness is one of the movies he played. Josh currently works as a voice actor and will appear on screens for more roles in days to come. Child actors who went crazy. It's a wrap. We can all agree that most child actors shifted gears because of their personal factors or things behind the scenes that they wouldn't control. Some thought everything would be smooth, but that's not always the case. Irrespective of the reason, it helps to understand that, just like any job, nothing comes easy, and judging someone based on their decision will be wrong.